Hello friends, very warm welcome from Team Legal Suvidha. And through this short video, today I will be discussing the benefits of Startup India Tax Exemption Scheme. So let's start. The first question that comes to anyone's mind is like, what is this scheme? So basically this is Government of India Startup India Tax Exemption Scheme, which gives you a benefit in terms of taking exemption in payment of taxes for 3 consecutive years, which you can avail in first 10 years post incorporation of your company. So with an example, if I tell, suppose your company is incorporated on 1st April 2022. Now first thing is that for the 10 years, that is 31st March 2032, so this is the total period till which you will be having the Startup India recognition. Whether you register it today or maybe next year, whenever you register, you will get only this 10-year window, that is post incorporation 10 years. Now in these 10 years, if you want to avail, let's suppose tax exemption for last 3 years of this 10-year bucket, let's say 2029 to 2032. So in that case, you can definitely avail it, but the years should be in sequence, like 2029 to 2030, 2030 to 31, and 2031 to 32. So this is how you have to avail this, and this is given under section 80 IAC. So there are 2 types of exemption. One is related to the angel tax, which we will be discussing in some subsequent videos, but today I am focusing more on 80 IAC deduction, which is kind of a tax exemption which is given to a startup. So this 80 IAC is something which gives you a tax holiday for 3 years out of 10 years post incorporation. I have already given you one example. Now who can apply this? So basically this can be applied by any startup which is registered as a private limited company or a one-person company or a limited liability partnership. That is the first thing. Second thing, if someone has registered the company on or after 1st April 2016 and this registration is there till 1st April 2023. So if someone has formed a company in this period, 1st April 2016 to 1st April 2023, in that case that person is eligible to apply for this, because as of now this is the date of registration bracket that has been defined by the recent circular, and it might get extended, might not get extended. We don't know about it at this moment. Maybe if it gets extended, we will share that information further. So this is the second thing. Third thing is, what type of startups get this? Type of startup means the nature of the business that you are doing, whether you are in education, healthcare, you are in agri-tech, you are in environmental protection, or like electric vehicle, any such kind of a venture you have. So clearly, based on the experience, based on the research that we have done, the exemption is given to 5 to 6 types of startup. So I'll just tell you, if you are innovating any product or service, so innovative startup will get this. Innovation can be like dynamics are completely changed for a particular problem that you have find out. Your solution is unique and it is something which has not been done in past. Second can be improvement to any existing product or service. If you are improving it and the improvement looks gigantic, it shows that you have done something which has not been done for the similar product or service, then also you will be eligible to get it. Third kind of category can be wealth creation, like if your startup is able to do wealth creation at masses, then you can get it. Fourth category can be like if it is contributing to employment generation, then also it is good. Fifth category can be scalability. Scalability means it is quite scalable and it can be like scaled to the masses, to the next level. Basically the heads, basically the service recipients can be can be in thousands, maybe in lakhs or millions, depending upon the product or services you are dealing in. For example, Facebook or Instagram. So these are kind of startups. If you are creating something like this, definitely. there are huge chances that you will get tax exemption under the scalability category. Sixth category is sector specific, like if you are into education, healthcare, environmental protection, or any other specific sector, like something which is not done in supply chain, you are doing it. So that kind of thing is something which is preferred by the interministerial board, which gives this exemption. We'll come to that, what is interministerial board, in the subsequent questions. So this was the third thing, like which kind of startup generally get it. So fourth question that comes to anyone's mind is the process to apply for it. So the process to apply for Startup India tax exemption is that you should be registered as a startup under the Department of DPIIT certificate should be there with you. You should have a pitch deck. You should have a video of 2 to 3 minutes. Your ITR copies will also be filed along with the financials. And while creating this video, this pitch deck, there are certain guidelines that have been defined. And if you need any guidance on that, we can guide you as well. So like for a pitch deck, you should very clearly define that what is the problem that you have identified, how you are resolving it, and how your product is something which is unique, or how is your business model, your revenue model, your financial projection, and in case you have raised any funds, how the fund utilization happened, and all those stuff has to be mentioned along with full clarity on the product or services that you are providing. And in the video of 2-3 minutes, which has to be of 2-3 minutes, you have to basically describe your product or service in such a way so that it is understandable to the authorities, because once you submit this application, it goes to interministerial board, where the officers of government review your application, and based on their review committee meeting, whatever they decide, basis that only you will either get or you will not get this tax exemption. So that's how it is very, very important. So IMB is basically interministerial board of the Ministry of Finance, which helps in getting this. And the fifth question which comes to anyone's mind can be like basically what are the chances. So this is very, very important. Many people ask us, sir, what are the chances of getting this tax exemption? So first thing first, if there is 51% or more holding of an NRI, you will not get this. Second, if there is a reorganization can be in terms of a split or a merger, or someone has sold or purchased the entity, basically takeover of the entity, or there are common directorship by someone in a company which has already crossed the specified turnover, but they are forming a new company just to transfer the profits or take this tax exemption. Okay, so all these things are diligently checked by the interministerial board and by their research team, and if they find any discrepancy, they will straight away reject the application. We have researched, we have the complete data of which all cases have been accepted, why they have been accepted, with the names of the company, because those are publicly available information. So basis that research only, I am just sharing this thought, and maybe in future we will try to create sector specific videos as well, maybe some short clips or something which might help you. So I would request that if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and share it across your startup ecosystem, so that other people who are in your network also enjoy the benefits. And main thing is, as I mentioned, this is available only to private limited company, OPC or LLP. So anyone who is a sole proprietor or who is working as a partnership, which is unregistered or maybe a registered partnership, those kind of people may not get this tax exemption. So this is one of the main benefits which is there under the Startup India DPIIT scheme, where you can apply for the 3 years tax exemption. In addition to it, what you will get is, you have a chance, suppose if your startup has been incorporated recently, then I would recommend that instead of going for this tax exemption, you should apply for the seed funding scheme. For that, we have created a separate video. We will be coming up with some more videos, some more content on the seed funding, Startup India seed funding scheme. Basically, it's entirely a different ball game. It is very, very useful for a new startup who is looking for funding of from 20 to 50 lakh. There is a grant of around 20 lakh and 50 lakh this thing. We will definitely discuss on that aspect also. Like 50 lakh they are giving as a equity and collateral free debt funding, and 20 lakh they are giving as a grant, and someone can apply for each of them separately. That is also something that is there, and incubators generally approve it. good process, good scheme. Around 3,600 startups may get the benefit till 2025 as per the detailed research I have done for seed funding. And this is for 4 years. In July 2021 this seed funding thing came, and till 2025 this will be there, and maybe it might get extended. At least you should try, you should apply for it. And the only difference that I can tell that the other people will just push you to take this without even assessing that whether your case is eligible for this or not. But that is not the case with us. I will be very clear on this. We will straight away tell you that your case is eligible to apply and you should apply, then only you should go for it. As far as approval is concerned or rejection is concerned, that is totally dependent upon the government authorities, because we as a professional can consult, guide, or can help you in applying to these schemes. We can never take any guarantees, and because this is entirely a faceless process, government goes with a proper procedure. If your application, your case is filed properly, the comments or the review comments are responded properly, you might get it. Maybe in some cases you might not get it due to lack of documentation, maybe due to lack of proper communication, or any other reason whatsoever. Maybe your case is not eligible itself, not falling under the categories, whether for tax exemption or Startup India. So I am not discussing much about Startup India right now, but these two things, like I have given you an overall picture of tax exemption, then a brief of Startup India. If you are a new startup, incorporated now, maybe in last 2 years, go for seed funding. If you are not a new startup, incorporated on or after 1st April 2016, then you should go for tax exemption. And always apply tax exemption later, not before applying for seed funding, because seed funding, once you get it, then only you will start your business, you will start earning revenues. Once you have revenues, then only there is a benefit of tax exemption. So these are the few basic things that you have to keep in mind. And thank you very much again from Mayank Vadera. You can reach out to us for any support or help required for this. Thank you so much. Namaskar.